Thinking about moving to Denver, Colorado, and wonder, what do I really need to know? Well, stick around because that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. The 10 things you need to know about living in Denver, Colorado. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. I'm Kathy Hansen, a local area realtor, and I'm also a suburban mom. I've lived in the Denver suburbs for 16 years now, so I have some experience at some of the things we're going to chat about today. So let's get right into it. The first thing you need to know about living in Denver, Colorado is the direction your home faces matters. Well, I guess it matters if you don't want to shovel a lot of snow. So this California girl that moved here 16 years ago, I had no idea that this issue or this topic was of importance to me. The snow on those northern-facing driveways, though, it does stick around a lot longer than those that are on the opposite side of the street. So my driveway is about half the size of my neighbor's driveway across the street, and their driveway is always clear, days before mine is. So mine ices over a little bit, way more than theirs does. The snow on their driveway melts that afternoon or the next morning, where mine will still hold some patches of ice for days upon days. So the direction your home faces does matter here in Denver, Colorado. Number 2, you need to know that we love our dogs here in Colorado. So a recent survey done by Rover.com described Denver as the most dog-friendly city in all of America. So people here, Coloradans, we love our dogs. And if you don't love dogs, well, might not be the place for you. People here take their dogs everywhere, just like they do their kids. Dogs go on car rides, they go to pick kids up from school, drop kids off from school, they go to the stores. We even have many dog-friendly restaurants that have dedicated areas outside where you can eat and have your dog present. And we even have bars, or breweries, I should say, that are dedicated to dog lovers. There is a brewery here locally that is specific to dog lovers. So you can sit outside and enjoy a beer while your dog gets to play with other dogs in an enclosed area. Now, the dogs are not separate from you, though. You're all in that outdoor enclosed area together. So you get to enjoy the other dogs that are there as well. So if you love dogs and you love beer, well, then I know the perfect spot for you. And number 3 is the craft brewery scene here in the Denver area. So what Napa Valley is to wine, Denver is to craft beer. We brew more beer here in the city of Denver than any other city in America. In fact, we have over 150 different breweries in the city of Denver alone. Now, that's not counting the suburban cities or the surrounding areas. You could say that craft beer is kind of an integral part of the Denver culture. We have several beer festivals here in Denver, including the Great American Beer Festival, which people travel from out of the state to come and see. We also have plenty of brewery tours where you could do the walk-in tour or a bike-in tour. And then obviously Golden, Colorado, which is a suburb of Denver, is home to the Coors Brewery Company. And as you know, when the mountains turn blue on the cans, well, it's as cold as the Rockies. Number 4 is professional sports. We are home to all major sporting leagues, whether it's football, baseball, basketball, hockey, soccer, and we even have a professional lacrosse team here. So there is something for everyone. Now, if sports aren't your thing, we have plenty of other things to do. But if sports are your thing, well, then Denver is a great place to be because you can attend a professional sporting event year-round here. And attending those events in person is totally fun, but you could also go to one of the local bars or the breweries that we just talked about and have watch parties or watch the sporting events there. And then during playoff times, well, you're going to see some jumbotrons out amongst the city where the bars are, where the restaurants are, and people have these giant watch parties during playoff times. So that's super fun as well. Number 5 is Red Rocks Amphitheater. I talk about this place a lot because I think it is amazing. It really is a bucket list item for sure, whether you live here or you live in a different state or a different area. attending a concert at Red Rocks Amphitheater should be on your bucket list. And if concerts aren't your thing or music isn't your thing, you can go there and hike. There's lots of cool hikes right around Red Rocks. You can go there and work out. Red Rocks Amphitheater itself is covered in people working out there on Saturday and Sundays during the summer or the warmer months. They do movies on the rocks. They do yoga on the rocks. So there's lots of things that take place in that amphitheater. And one of the coolest things that I think that takes place there is a lot of local high schools have their graduations there. And there is no better venue to graduate high school from than Red Rocks Amphitheater. And the coolest thing about it is all of the performers that perform on the Red Rocks stage, well, there's this tunnel that takes you up to the stage, and all of the performers have a chance to sign or autograph or leave a message on the tunnel walls. So those tunnel walls, well, they've been signed by many famous artists and kids who perform at their high school graduation. So singers who might sing a song at their graduation on the stage at Red Rocks, well, they get the opportunity to sign that tunnel as well. Isn't that cool? Number 6 is the parks and trail systems here. Now, the city of Denver alone is home to over 250 urban parks. Now, that's not counting the suburban areas. That's not counting the state parks and trail systems. That's just in the city of Denver. And some of the big parks like Wash Park in Denver, you'll find plenty of volleyball courts set up on the weekends. You'll see pickup basketball games. Obviously, we love our dogs. You're going to see tons of people walking their dogs in those parks. You'll see food trucks on the weekends and people picnicking. Now, a lot of these parks have other things than normal park activities as well. Some have lakes, some have boating, some have horseback riding, some have trails for walking or hiking, some have frisbee golf courses, some have skate parks right there in the parks. And at these parks, there are numerous outdoor concerts during the spring and summer months. And then many of the cities have their big 4th of July fireworks shows at some of those local parks as well. So we love our parks almost as much as we love our dogs here in Denver. Number 7 is the art scene. We have an amazing art scene here in Denver. So if performing arts is your theme, we have the Denver Center for Performing Arts, where they get Broadway shows and ballets and operas. And we have several smaller performing arts centers around the metro area. Arvada has one, Parker has one, Littleton has one. And these are more local talent and not necessarily national talent that comes to the stage. And these local artists, well, they're very talented. And going out and taking your family or your friends or a date, go see one of these local plays, they're really very good, actually. Now, we also have street art here in Denver. And I'm not talking the illegal kind that you see spray painted on buildings and trash cans and things like that. I'm talking those really cool painted murals that you'll find on the sides of bars or food markets throughout the city. They're super cool to see. We have this awesome Chalk Art Festival in downtown Denver. It's actually Lodo, which is lower downtown. But that's really cool to go and see as well. We have plenty of art galleries. And during the summer months, we have what's called First Friday, and that's in the Santa Fe Art District. First Friday is really fun because people are there. There's food trucks, there's restaurants. So they're eating, they're drinking, they're visiting those local art galleries. It's a fun night out First Friday at the Santa Fe Art Festival, which is located just outside of downtown Denver. And then finally, we have all of the big concerts as well. So we get big name artists here in Denver that perform at the Ball Arena, which is an indoor arena. They perform at Red Rocks. Red Rocks is a much smaller venue, though. I think it holds 10 to 15,000 people. So usually the big artists don't come to Red Rocks because it's just too small for them. But those big artists, they do come to the Ball Arena. They come to the stadiums where the Broncos play or Rockies play. So seeing a concert in one of those outdoor venues is amazing. And if you haven't seen the sunsets from Coors Field, which is where the Rockies play, they are incredible. So taking in a nighttime game at that field is something that should also be on your Denver bucket list. Number 8, and a question that we get a lot, is marijuana. Yes, we have recreational marijuana here in Denver, Colorado. The marijuana use here is not nearly as intrusive as what people or out-of-towners believe. Yes, do you get a whiff of marijuana every once in a while? Yes, you do. But it's not everywhere. There's not people walking around stoned everywhere. There are certain cities that have, or certain areas that have more dispensaries than others, though. So if that's not your thing, well, just don't choose to live in one of those areas. A lot of our cities and jurisdictions, though, do have laws governing how many dispensaries can be in their area or their jurisdiction, or if they will even accept them in their jurisdiction. So yes, we have marijuana here. No, it is not nearly as bad as what out-of-towners believe it to be. Number 9, and this is one of my favorites, is we have 4 seasons here. So our climate of the 4 seasons is truly incredible. Again, coming from a state that didn't have 4 seasons, coming out here to Colorado and seeing the 4 seasons every couple of months is awesome. You'll hear many people say that we have over 300 days of sunshine here. You'll also hear people argue it's about 240. No matter what it is, though, we have more days of sunshine here than the national average of other states around. So our weather is incredible. Now, our winters, they are snowy and cold, but the snow does melt here very quickly. But just when you're done and tired of the cold and snow, well, guess what? It's springtime. Those daffodils start blooming. The flowers start coming up. It's like a new season of life. It's really fun to watch. And then from spring, obviously, we go into summer. Now, our summer months here, we do get 100-degree days, and it's very difficult to live without air conditioning here in Denver anymore. But our 100-degree days are not that bad because we are a dry climate. So we don't have a lot of humidity, which makes it a little more bearable, I guess. And just when you're over the hot days, well, then fall is here, right? We get the cool, crisp days of fall. You get to see the leaves on the trees change to those gorgeous reds and yellows and oranges. It truly is a sight to see, especially if you're not from an area who does see those changing of leaves. And then number 10 is the Rocky Mountains. So the Rocky Mountains are not right here in Denver, but the base to the mountains or the foothills of the mountains are in our suburban areas. We really are about 1.5 to 2 hours away from some of the big major ski resorts or mountain towns here in Denver. So you can get up there fairly quickly, but you do get those gorgeous mountain views from pretty much anywhere in the suburbs. And that's one of the reasons why people love living here. It is beautiful. And with being so close to the Rocky Mountains, obviously we have altitude here. So Denver is named the Mile High City because we sit at 5,280 feet above sea level. Now, if you didn't know, 5,280 feet equals a mile, which is where our name, the Mile High City, comes from. So with the altitude, though, does come some other things. Some people get altitude sickness until your body gets acclimated to it. Our hair, our skin, our fingers, our heels, our elbows, they're all dry and cracked until you get acclimated to it. We do recommend that you drink a lot of water here and that you use sunscreen pretty much all the time. We are a mile closer to the sun here in the Denver metro area. And if you're up in those mountain towns, well, you're probably double in altitude. So water and oxygen, those are the 2 things that help with altitude sickness the most. But despite the altitude, our Rocky Mountains, there's so many fun things to do up there. And if winter sports aren't your thing, well, being in the Denver metro area and seeing the beauty of those Rocky Mountains is rather amazing. So there you have it. 10 things you should know about living here in Denver, Colorado. Now, if you liked this video, leave me a thumbs up or leave a comment below. And if you want to see more of these videos, then hit that subscribe button. You'll be notified immediately when I post a new video, which is every Tuesday. And then every other Friday, I do a property tour. I'm Kathy Hansen, a local area realtor, and I like making these videos for you, but I love nothing more than helping you with your real estate needs here in the Denver area. All of my contact information is below in the details section. Please don't hesitate to reach out, phone, text, or email. Ask me those questions. Use me as a resource. I am here and happy to help. And I'll catch you on the next video.